Hi, my name is Annabelle Almquist, and this is my Chapter 2 synopsis of Sociology of Sexualities. This chapter centered around the science of sexuality, as the chapter is called, and it gave different understandings, theories, and perspectives of sexualities, focusing mainly on homosexuality and how the timeline has come from it being a mental illness to being more open and understood. Um, it also talks about different researchers and scientists who have paved the way for making sexuality and sexual urges more public than they previously were, like in the Victorian era. And these researchers include, but aren't limited to, Sigmund Freud, Alfred Kinsley, and many feminists who brought forward more insights on the sexuality of women, which was previously pushed aside or just not understood. I enjoyed that, I enjoyed that the chapter introduced many feminist theories that added onto older, more well-known theories that were just kind of sexist. Sigmund Freud's research is highly revered, yet he focused on males and talked of young girls having penis envy and a psychological want to be a man, stemming from the phallic age of childhood. Sigmund Freud's views on girls and how they look for men in their adulthood only to procreate so they can finally feel whole is something that is so bizarre to me, and at least consciously incorrect in my mind. I can't speak for my unconscious, obviously, but I don't think I have ever experienced penis envy, nor have I ever wanted to be a man. But of course, it's hard to say what my true intentions are with my unconscious. So another aspect of this chapter that I found interesting was William Masters and Virginia Johnson's sexual physiology research. I think it's interesting and pretty groundbreaking that they explored and studied sex and sexual arousal in such an open way in the 60s by having people perform different acts like masturbation and intercourse in a lab setting while attached to machines to better understand the mind during arousal and orgasm. I thought that was very interesting and a very cool experiment. But when reading about the history of homosexuality and how far research and understanding has come in a short amount of time is also really interesting to me. Going from being medically labeled as a mental illness in 1952 to being taken off of that list in 1973 after the women's and gay rights movements of the 60s and 70s, and now becoming a somewhat normal thing in our day and age and culture. Homosexuality has come so far from being treated as a disease to being something that most people are able to be more comfortable with, in America at least. I can't say that every community is the same, but I know that openness in my life and the people around me has grown. I have many friends who have come out as genderqueer or homosexual, which I find very interesting how different this generation is to previous generations. People are able to express who they are from a young age, mostly, and now without going to mental hospitals or getting electroshock therapy, which is good. Of course, this isn't the case for everybody, but within the people I know in my community, homosexuality and queerness has really become more understood by the community, and that's a good thing, obviously. I didn't find anything that was extremely problematic about the chapter. I really like how this textbook is written. I think it does a very good job at giving the facts and histories without saying anything controversial or noteworthy itself, which is more than I can say for some textbooks I've read, which is quite weird that some textbooks written for college classes can be political or have the author's own intentions in mind. But I enjoy how everything is clean and organized, and it makes it really easy to read. And it's actually the first textbook that I have enjoyed reading and read ahead because of my interest in the topic, but also how quick I can get through it and how organized it is and easy to see where I am and what I'm learning, which I really liked as well. So overall, I really like this chapter. I feel like I learned a lot, and so far I've liked the first 2 chapters a lot, and I'm excited to learn more.